Progressive Canadian governments push the climate change agenda and continue to insist that we don't have any confidence in pipeline infrastructure or the environmental review process. But Canadians are changing their minds when it comes to pipeline projects. Research shows that the majority of citizens support all three major pipeline projects. A recent poll completed by Forum shows that 55% of Canadians support Energy East. And another poll coming from Angus Reid shows that 64% of Canadians support the project. The Forum survey also shows that 51% support both Northern Gateway and Trans Mountain. About a third of respondents were opposed to the projects, which left about 13 to 15% undecided, which means that support for the projects can only grow. And in the case of Northern Gateway, those stats are a complete turnaround from just 4 years ago, when only 36% of people supported the project and over half were opposed. Most of that opposition comes from British Columbia and Quebec, which comes as no surprise since the governments of those provinces are the loudest when it comes to opposing pipeline infrastructure. What's even more interesting is that 60% of Canadians believe that pipelines are the safest method of transportation for hydrocarbons, which is a fact. It's becoming really clear that this nation is much more informed when it comes to pipelines and how important the oil and gas industry is to Canadian prosperity. Yet progressive governments like the NDP and Liberals continue to tout this idea that the nation is uncertain and we fear environmental repercussions. Once again, it's the loud minority steering the conversation, and what's more is that it's a tactic to take any attention away from the fact that climate change alarmists are just making things up as they go along. And they have no plan when it comes to implementing green technology to replace our reliance on fossil fuels. The argument is purely political. We need only look to Germany, a country that heavily subsidizes wind and solar, yet has increased its reliance on coal as a backup, to see that this is true. There's simply no solution to replacing the nearly 100 million barrels of oil the world consumes daily. And this issue doesn't end just at fueling our cars and heating our homes. Petroleum products include medicines, medical equipment, and synthetics that we rely on for everyday use. There is no magical pixie dust solution to the problem, and despite the green rhetoric, Canadians are starting to wise up to it. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.